guys, have I been through it with these decals. Trying to get the proper ones and the right colors and the right size, because back then Harley had it on all different kinds of tanks, a similar design, but the tanks are all different lengths and different shapes. And people kept selling us the ones that looked like it, but then they didn't fit. And we ended up having to go the different color. I'll show you more of that here in just a little bit. And then I just ran into another problem last night when I was trying to finish up, where the Harley Davidson was actually crooked. I'll show you here in a minute, but right now I got to pay attention to what I'm doing here, obviously. And see, sometimes that happens. Of course. It's not even Monday. Oh my. Okay, thank you. I'm telling you, these tanks will be the death of me. I'm just trying to get the decals on so I can finish clear coating and finish this paint job. And wow. Okay guys, sorry if I'm blocking the camera. I probably shouldn't even be videoing this while I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to give you a little idea of what I'm going through. And I know a lot of you can probably relate to this. You've probably done some decals before. Not quite ready to let it go. Okay. Now you got curving this way and curving this way, and the decals are made perfectly flat. So it really makes it interesting, I tell you. And hopefully everything turns out okay in the end, right? But no, basically I got two different sets of decals here. I'm going to explain more of that later. But I'm using the Harley Davidson out of one set that came from Belgium. And I'm using the stripes out of another set that came from California. Because the stripes that have the right colors, these aren't exactly the colors that we had. They're close. But nobody had the colors in the right size because, like I mentioned, all the tanks are different lengths. So the decals were too long, and we had a heck of a time. But the Harley Davidson that came with these stripes is actually all crooked. It was made crooked. And that's no bueno. Can't have it. So we waited for like, I don't know, darn near a month or something from one set to come from Belgium. We got them in, they were wrong. So then and I'm glad the owner was taking care of this because I just didn't really have time for that. So he sent them back, and the guy sent another set that was just as long. Was no difference. So we had to wait again, and he said, to heck with it. In the meantime, I'm going to try ordering them from somewhere else. And they came a different color. So it's just been, and of course this other set was much easier. This one doesn't want to let go of the backing. So this is just part of it. Let me see if it's still in the camera. Yeah, it actually went easier. I did the other side, it went much easier, but that's when I realized that the thing was crooked. So unfortunately, now it doesn't want to let go of the backing. There we go, come on, that's it. Give it up, baby. You know, if I don't already have enough stress and anxiety as it is, then something as simple as that try to mess up my day. Sorry if I'm blocking it, folks, but it's a price you got to pay if you want to see this. I originally didn't want to use this other guy's stuff because I don't think the quality of the vinyl was as good. But then the other guy's stuff, like I said, was all crooked. Let me see here. Kind of going to be hard to tell probably here like this, but the Harley part's not bad, but the Davidson he squished from here, it kind of went uphill. I'll do a better, yeah, the lighting's terrible. There we go. If you can see what I'm talking about, I'll do a little better video of that so you can see what I mean, but I think you get it. So unfortunately, I already had started putting it on the other side before I saw that. I'm like, something doesn't look right. But see, some of these stickers are curved. I'll show you what that looks like before you put it on and you won't believe it. See, once again, lighting. See how curved this is? But when you put it on the tank around the curve, it looks like a straight line. It's crazy, but that's what I thought maybe he was doing with the Davidson. But then after I put it on there, I'm like, nah, that ain't cutting it. And then, like I say, I got a clear coat over these, and I just been waiting forever. I normally don't like to wait that long between the time I do a paint job and then do decals and all, because then the sanding on the clear is not as easy and consistent and what have you. But what choice did I have? We had the decals ready, but then when I got them out and started laying them on, they were too long. So that started that whole process there. And yeah, you just can't get anything anymore, man. Nobody, the quality and the service and everything. I'm like one of the last ones. There you go. You guys got to see it in real time right there. I still got to put on the AMF right here. I'm about to do that next, but it takes me a while to lay them out. I take forever getting these things laid out, lined up, and measured and all that stuff. So anyway, stand by and I'll show you a little more of what's going on. Be right back. So there's what it looks like. All done. Before the clear coat, that is. And unfortunately, the tough part about these decals that makes it so strenuous on your mind is that this tank has all these compound curves. It's curving this way and this way. And you got a nice line, straight line on the tank. But if you try measuring off of that line, then it makes everything curvy. So you kind of have to kick the decals a little bit to make it a whole, straight thing. The AMF Harley Davidson thing straight. I first tried to measure off of this line, but then that makes it would be kicked way up. So yeah, it's very trying, very nerve-wracking, but this side is done and that side's ready for clear coat. I got to do some adjusting on the other side over here. What I was talking about, and let's see if we can even see it, because even his little AMF here, it's going to be kind of hard to tell, But if you look at the triangle in his AMF, the distance between the triangle and the M here, and then look at this one here, how it's crooked. And this side, sorry, the reflection's making the camera crazy. Right here, this distance is not the same. It's like crooked. Oh, darn it. Sorry, guys. You see what I mean? Look at both of them, how one's got a big gap, okay? And then the Harley Davidson itself, if you can see it, you can really see right here where it's too close, the V and the A. And then from there on, it just kind of kicks up. I don't know if you guys can pick that up or not. But see how this one's nice and straight and the spacing is equal. It's not all kicked up. So yeah, so these Harley Davidsons came out of one set. Oh, this has been crazy like I was describing. Hold on a sec. Okay, so this is a duplicate of what I got on the tank right now. And my customer is very intelligent. This isn't his first rodeo. So he buys 2 sets of everything because he knows that there's a possibility of mistake. I mean, look at all these little lines. It doesn't take much to get one thing wrong. And if it folds or bubbles or whatever, you're done. That it does, it'll show up like crazy. So this is a set we're using now. The colors are a little bit different. Like this is a goldish yellow and this is more of a purple, where this is the original colors of ours. Okay. There's like a blue and a more yellowish color, but these were too long. And what was happening, I might still have a picture of it. The stripe was like go way over here. But the problem with that is, oh yeah, you could just cut it off. No, because the contour of the tank would then make your stripe all crooked. Because this is critical, this bend, this compound curve. Oh, it's crazy. And then of course the length, these are supposed to look like they go straight through and keep going. So then the length was like all wrong. Shooby-dooby-doo. I know, this is enough to drive you crazy, ain't it? So these stripes worked best. They were the right length. But this guy's Harley Davidsons are the ones that we just looked at that are all crooked. And even his AMF stickers are all crooked. So I couldn't use them. But this guy's, where the stripes were too long, had the real good Harley Davidson stickers. Nice and straight and crisp. So yeah, we got two different suppliers here trying to make this thing correct. And people wonder why I'm pulling my hair out all the time. And also wondering why the schedule's crazy, how long has it been now since I painted? Over a month or something? And I usually like to do it right back to back. So, all right, guys. Anyway, I know I'm just kind of rambling on, but I think you all get the point. So let's get this finished and get some clear coat on it and get this bike rolling again. Oh, something I failed to mention also that may throw some people off. Because if you remember when I did this paint job, it was so super shiny, glossy, and now it looks all dull. Some of you know this and many of you don't. In order to put the decals on, in order to put more clear, you have to sand this all back down and make it a matte looking, not shiny. So the new clear coat sticks and goes over top of it. So it looks funny now, but it won't look funny when I get it done. You'll see. Just wanted to mention that because I forgot. I meant to say that in the very beginning. And here we go. Just shot the last coat of clear on it. You can see it's kind of sitting at an angle, so it's kind of funny if I tilt the camera. Let it dry a little bit and I'll get a better shot of it. So far, so good. See how it levels out when it dries. What do you guys think?